What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, and I have an emergency update to share with you guys. Right now, it is 10 minutes after midnight Eastern Time here in the United States. I wanted to update you guys on the situation in the Middle East. But before I do that, I want to just mention to you that we had an X7.1 class solar flare that just erupted on the sun, and it was Earth facing. So this is a massive solar flare. An X-class flare is the strongest type of solar flare, and this is a X7.1, so that's pretty strong. That's probably one of the strongest in the last 20 or 30 years. So be prepared for potential radio blackouts. They're saying here that there's going to be signal loss in high-frequency communication bands, which will actually affect our nuclear forces because they use high-frequency bands. Also, we could see low-latitude auroras, similar to what we saw a few months back in the springtime, the global auroras, where auroras were seen as far south as the equator. So we could see that in the next 24 to 72 hours. So get prepared, guys. This could cause all kinds of problems with communications and our electric grid. So I want to just update you guys on the situation with Israel and Iran. The U.S. warned on Tuesday that there would be severe consequences for Iran after its missile attack against Israel, pledging to work with Jerusalem to extract a price from Tehran. There will be serious consequences for this attack, and we will work with Israel to make that the case, Jake Sullivan said during a press briefing at the White House today. Okay, so Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, saying that there will be severe consequences for this attack, and we will work with Israel to make that the case, guys. That is strong for Jake Sullivan to be saying this. And the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, released a statement yesterday, shortly after the attack, saying that Iran made a big mistake tonight and it will pay big for it. The regime in Iran does not understand our determination to defend ourselves and our determination to retaliate against our enemies. We will stick to the rule we set. Whoever attacks us, we attack him. Okay, so strong words there from Netanyahu saying that Iran will pay for this strike. And Israel's former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett says that Israel has its greatest opportunity in 50 years to change the face of the Middle East, and that we must act now to destroy Iran's nuclear program, its central energy facilities, and to fatally cripple this terrorist regime. Wow, strong words there from the former Prime Minister of Israel. And Iran said that if Israel responds to the attack, it will be met with vast destruction of its infrastructure. That's according to the Iranian state media. Okay, the Iranian military saying if Israel responds, they will be met with vast destruction of Israeli infrastructure. And an IRGC official, that's the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of Iran, said that if the United States helps Israel with an attack on Iran, we will bomb American bases in the region, and they are much less protected than Israel. And the chief of the general staff of the armed forces of Iran, Muhammad Bakuri, said, "We targeted the Mossad base in Tel Aviv, the Nevatim Air Base in the Negev Desert, the Hatzarim base, the IDF's radar array, and the gathering places of Israeli tanks." So that's what Iran claims they targeted. And a U.S. official made a new statement to the Wall Street Journal stating missiles fired by Iran targeted multiple Israeli bases and the Mossad headquarters. One of the bases was hit, causing damage. So we're getting conflicting reports from Israel and the U.S. and different sources. Some sources saying that a base was hit. Some sources saying that nothing was hit at all. And Iran has stated that its actions are complete unless the Israeli regime provokes further retaliation. And one Israeli minister said the attack is the start of the end of the Iranian regime. And the Iranian Foreign Ministry informed its French, British, and German counterparts that Iran will respond more forcefully if Israel responds. And ABC News, quoting an American official, said that Iran fired 220 missiles at Israel in two separate waves. But what's interesting is back in April, they fired about that amount of missiles. And Pat Ryder, the Pentagon spokesman, said that this attack was double in size and scope compared to the one in April. So I don't know if we're being told the truth. It seems like they launched a lot more than 200 missiles. And according to U.S. officials cited by the New York Times, the nuclear sites in the Natanz could be attacked in the Israeli response. The Natanz nuclear reactor or nuclear enrichment site, which is where Iran enriches uranium to weapons grade level. And Iran has warned the United States, if you target our refineries, we will set fire to the refineries and oil fields across the entire region, including those in Saudi Arabia, Azerbaijan, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. Okay, wow. So Israel potentially planning to strike the Natanz facility and nuclear sites, and Iran warning the U.S. and Israel that if they target Iranian refineries and energy infrastructure, then Iran is going to lash out at all of the oil facilities in the Middle East. And word out of Israel from multiple sources and multiple government offices is saying that Israel will launch crippling attacks upon Iran. And this update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, My Patriot Supply is doing a discount on their 1-month emergency food supply. And to get the deal, you got to go to preparewithnyprepper.com, and the link is in the description below this video. This is a 1-month freeze-dried food supply. It has a 25-year shelf life. Normal price is $237. They've dropped it down to $177. So that's a savings of $60. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get $60 off the My Patriot Supply 1-month emergency food supply. That's $180 for 1 month of food, free shipping included. The link is in the description. And Poland is evacuating its embassy in Lebanon now, and there is no impact on the operational capability of the Israeli Air Force. According to the Israeli Air Force, they're saying that the Air Force continues to operate fully, and there have been no issues with any of their planes or bases. However, Iran and various sources are saying that the Nevatim Air Base was badly damaged, and more than 20 F-35s were damaged severely. So it's hard to believe what's real or not, but I'm going to lean with what Israel says. And Israel reportedly warned Iran through Arab countries that any direct attack on Israeli territory would result in strikes on Iran's nuclear sites and oil infrastructure. And despite this warning, Iran still launched the missile attack. And the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, expressed his support for Israel's right to defend itself, calling on Iran to halt its missile attacks immediately. And there were some more large kabooms in Beirut's southern suburbs. As many as 5 separate strikes on Beirut occurred tonight. And the armed forces of the UK were involved in an operation to shoot down some of the missiles fired by Iran at Israel, according to the British Defense Secretary. And the IDF imposed strict military censorship on any details of material or human losses resulting from the Iranian attack. And the Japan Prime Minister says that the Iran missile attacks on Israel are unacceptable. So lots of stuff going on. I don't know when Israel is going to respond back, but it does look like Israel and the United States are going to strike Iran. Now is the perfect opportunity for them to do it. And I want to just share some new footage with you guys. I want to remind you too that actually today is the start of Rosh Hashanah, and it's going to go on all the way through Friday. So it's possible that Israel may wait until after Rosh Hashanah, because that's a major holiday for the Jewish people. So they might wait until after Rosh Hashanah to conduct the attack, but we'll have to wait and see. So here we have video footage coming out of Iran. These are the missiles that Iran used to strike Israel. You can see they are actually truck mounted, so they're mobile missiles, mobile launchers, not silos. So you can see the truck here and the missile there. So pretty crazy footage there. Here's some more footage. You can see the missiles going up into the air. This is historic, guys. This is biblical. This is the largest missile attack on Israel ever. And here we have some footage coming from an airplane, a civilian airplane, and it's looking towards, I believe that's Tehran down there. You can see the city lights and you can see all these missiles going up into the air. Iran did not post a NOTAM before they launched their strike, so there were still civilian planes in the air when these missiles were going up into space. So there's literally somebody on this plane looking out the window and they see missiles going up into the air. I mean, that's got to be pretty scary to see. Absolutely insane. Here we have some more footage coming out of Israel. This was somewhere in central Israel. I think this was near the Negev desert, showing some of these missiles landing. So you can see all these warheads coming down, and you can see some of the Israeli missile interceptors trying to intercept the warheads. Look at all those warheads, guys. Okay, they did not succeed in intercepting a lot of these missiles. I mean, you can see one missile was intercepted right there, but a lot of them hit their target. Okay, so Israel is definitely going to respond. I have no doubt about that. They have to respond at this point. And here we have some footage coming out of Tehran showing more lines for fuel. People in Iran are fueling up their vehicles because they're afraid of a regional war, possible strikes on the oil infrastructure in Iran. So everybody's fueling up their vehicles. Look at this, guys. Look at all these cars here in this massive line. Okay. So something big is about to go down. I don't know exactly what, but I predicted that this would happen. I told you guys Monday that Iran was going to strike Israel and that this was coming. And remember, Putin was rushed to the Kremlin late at night. So obviously the powers that be knew that this was about to go down. And here we have Viktor Orban posting on Twitter his support for Israel, saying, "We condemn the attack carried out against Israel. We pray for the safety of the Israeli people in these dark hours." and want to just show you guys some flight paths from this evening. We had a U.S. Air Force VIP plane go to Colorado Springs, which is home of Cheyenne Mountain, Doomsday Bunker, and also NORAD. So some type of VIP left the DC area and went to NORAD HQ or possibly Cheyenne Mountain. Could be one of our generals. It could be Biden. I mean, it's hard to say. We also had this aerial refueler up in the air near Whiteman Air Force Base, and it was looping near Whiteman Air Force Base for several hours tonight. And Whiteman is where we keep all our B-2 stealth bombers. So it's very possible, guys, that we could use our B-2s and massive ordnance penetrators, which are 30,000-pound bunker busters, to take out the Iranian nuclear sites and missile storage sites. We also had a nuclear war command and control plane up in the air off the coast of New Jersey. There were a lot of EAMs, nuclear attack options, broadcasted this evening. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I will be back tomorrow with another update, and I do have my continuous monitoring live stream ongoing right now. So if you want to continuously get updates and hang out and chat with like-minded individuals, you can check out my 24/7 stream. But until the next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.